God bless you, family. It's good for me to be here, and I thank all of you for being here. Before I share my very brief comments, I just certainly want to say to the mom and Sister Danielle and the entire family of Isaiah that my prayers and the prayers of the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance are with you. Almost 7 years ago today, I experienced a similar situation in my own family, where my baby cousin, who was like a brother to me, Jacoby Ryan Fagan, I continue to speak his name. At the age of 15, in West Baltimore, he was stabbed up, shot up, and those who killed him, they dumped his body in the snow in Harford County on Route 542. Those types of details you never, ever forget. After my cousin was killed 7 years ago, almost today, 7 years ago, many people came and gave kind words and prayers and scriptures, and to be quite honest with you, I don't remember one thing that anybody said to me when I was in my period of grieving and bereavement. But one thing that I did remember, and I do remember the faces that showed up to support me when I was going through my trials and tribulations. And so, to the family, I just ask you to take a mental picture of those who gather today. And though you may forget the words that we speak, may our presence here show you, the entire family, that there are people out here who care about you, who love you, who are praying for you, and know that you are not in this thing by yourself. I'm reading a fascinating book right now by Professor Sherilyn Ifill. And the name of the book is entitled On the Courthouse Lawn, where she does a fantastic job of researching and telling the story of lynching on Maryland's Eastern Shore. She goes through great pains to lay out the details of how people on the Eastern Shore were lynched, and oftentimes those who committed the lynchings were never held accountable, were never called to justice for the violence that they enacted upon other people. One of the things that I read in the book that disturbs me, it disturbed me that she wrote that the clergy community on Maryland's Eastern Shore chose to be silent when injustice was running rampant on that side of this state. That disturbs me as a member of the clergy. And it troubles me that even to this day, there are members of the clergy community and the faith community who've not come alongside, who've not stepped up, who've not spoken out to say, we demand justice for Isaiah too. Amen. I just want to encourage the faith community of Carroll County. All of you under the sound of my voice, I want to encourage you. Don't let this situation pass without you giving your 2 cents for justice for Isaiah. I rode out here. I saw a couple of signs that were quite interesting. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe God was trying to tell me something. And on the road out here, I saw a sign on the left-hand side on a billboard. It was a billboard for a Jewish synagogue. And the billboard said, Judaism is within reach. And I would just want to say to those who follow the Jewish faith, is your faith reaching out to Isaiah now? Because your scriptures tell me that the prophet Amos says that there are times when God gets tired of our services and our singing. And your prophet in your Jewish scriptures tell me that Amos says that God will only be appeased when justice runs down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Well, I'm not making this up. On the other side of the street, out past the gas station, and underneath the gas station prices, I think gas was $2.95. At the bottom of the sign, it said, Jesus loves you. And for those who are Christian, I would simply say to you, does Jesus love Isaiah? Well, for those who follow Christianity, well, your Christian scriptures tell me that Jesus stood up. Around Luke, the 4th chapter, the 18th verse, Jesus gives his mission statement for his ministry. And Jesus says that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. And He has anointed me to preach good news to the poor, to heal the brokenhearted, recovery of sight to the blind, and to set at liberty those who are oppressed. I would simply say to the Christians, don't let this situation pass without you doing what Jesus would do. Well, you're not Jewish, you're not Christian, perhaps you're Muslim. And if you are a follower of Islam, I read in your holy book, the Holy Quran, that it says that Allah will never change the condition of a people until they change it themselves. That's a powerful scripture. Because God puts the onus on us and says that He wants to partner, that God wishes to partner with us to bring about justice in this earth. I'm sorry to give you a short sermon. But no matter where you are on the religious spectrum, no matter if you embrace an organized religion or not, there is a God, I believe, who demands justice for Isaiah. And God is just as, if not more so, grieved at the loss of Isaiah's life. Think about it, won't you, that God took the time to craft and make Isaiah just the way he was. Just like God took time with each of us. And if we just continue to lock arms, my sister Danielle was right, that there are always a few people who can bring about great change. And this is not the end, this is just the beginning. And we demand justice for Isaiah and all children. Justice for Isaiah.